you, Tenno!
All right, so apparently it is that time of year again, right? It's Tennocon, and for me, when it comes to social media, Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff, it is just unavoidable. And since my freaking feeds are filled with Tennocon stuff, then you know what? I'm gonna have my say in this, right? I'm gonna make a video because I have a few things I do want to say about Tennocon, but first of all, I will say I have not been to Tennocon in a while, man. It feels like about 5 years or so, and I'm pretty sure I went to the first two or three. I can't quite remember, but it has been a while. They're always fun. I can tell you. You meet tons of people. Of course, you get to see the Tennocon stuff live. You get to meet DE. Every year I met more and more DE people, you know, the base people, as well as a lot of the people who make the game, like actually physically make guns, right? Like I've met people who make weapons. I've met people who do art. I've met people who code the tile sets. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff you'd see, right? With the way the tile sets connect, because Warframe is procedurally generated. Like there's all this little magic that holds Warframe together. So it's, you know, in my years of going to Tennocon, it was always super cool to not only meet the people who do all the little magic things that make it work, but you know, they're so excited to show you how that stuff works. And, you know, they're so nice. D is probably one of the coolest, you know, person to person studios that's probably out there, right? So my point in saying all that is Tennocon is always pretty cool. And if you get a chance to go, like you're playing Warframe a lot, I definitely think you should go. I would love to go in the future, maybe the distant future, maybe 3 or 4 years from now, when I've gotten a lot of current stuff off of my plate, IRL and gaming stuff, so I can kind of get back to traveling. Man, I miss traveling. I used to not only go to Tennocon, I used to see a lot of DE stuff, like if DE went to PAX but I've been to several conferences simply because DE was going to be there in the past, like 2017, 2018, 19 kind of years. I did a lot of traveling. I say all that to say DE's cool, their presentations are cool, I've been there, etc., etc. But I'm making this video because Tennocon is all over my freaking feed, and there's two things I want to talk about. I want to kind of briefly talk about the stuff that they're teasing. And I say briefly because there's not a lot there. Like it seems like, and since I haven't finished the latest quest, I really don't know what any of this is about. So I'm just going to speculate on what I see and what I think it's going to be. And also maybe what I'd like to see from Tennocon, you know, we'll see what they actually do. So let's start with the teasers, right? So I've seen two things. The biggest thing, which I cannot avoid for some reason, is Warframe keeps tweeting out these cards. I know you guys have seen this, right? They count down to when Tennocon is actually going to happen. And I think it started with like 7 days or something. And there's like these playing cards. Now, what the heck is this, man? Because they tweeted it every day, and I saw a bunch of people speculating on it. I guess it could be a couple things, right? The most funny and probably not thing is going to be, which I wish it could have been, is some type of card game added to the game. I know that's, why would I even say that? Mostly out of self-interest. So you guys don't know, I became addicted to Slay the Spire. Now keep in mind, you're talking to someone who I did not grow up around any like nerdy culture things. Like I grew up around sports and music and marching bands and football seasons, right? I'm from the South. The South United States, anyone would tell you, is very like football season, right? Like that's the culture of the South, especially when I was growing up. I'm a little bit older. So I didn't really grow up with card games. And I even when I tried to learn Magic the Gathering, I didn't. But Slay the Spire stuck. So, in a weird way, even though it's completely preposterous, in a weird way, I would love if these card previews actually ended up being something card related. Because man, I adore Slay the Spire. I'm like 300 hours into it. I absolutely love it. So I would play a Warframe card game. There, I'll say it. Now, do I think that's what it is? No. Like it seems more like metaphor than anything. Because some of the tweets talk about we're keeping the reveals close to the chest or close to the deck or something. I don't know the language they use, but it seems like more metaphor. I'm just getting my hope up for a Warframe card game, right? That's not going to happen. But what could it actually be, right? So I've heard some people say it's teasing another Warframe. Now, I don't have that Komei Warframe or Komei. Isn't that one a card based or a luck based Warframe? I don't know. You guys tell me. So I'm under the assumption we already have a card based Warframe. I don't have it yet, so I can't really speak on that. And some people are saying it points to some other parts of the lore. Can't really speak on that yet. I personally, if you were to ask me just absolutely what it means, I think it's probably so obscure you won't know until you see it, right? Like maybe it's going to be some story quest and the boss has a deck of cards, right? It's the Joker of Warframe, and I don't think it's going to be something you can infer from the trailers. I could be wrong. But I think it's just obscure and it's kind of a teaser, and that's just my thought. Without me knowing anything about the current lore, I still have to play the old war. I finished Warframe 99. I think I have one more quest to play. I wanted to play this stuff before Tennocon, but I just got too busy, right? So that's the card thing. The other thing I find interesting is it looks like they're extending the story a little bit. So they do show, I saw two things distinctly throughout trailers. I saw one trailer that was kind of teasing what Tennocon was going to be doing. It showed a character putting a mask on. I think the character kind of looked like a Warframe. I'm not really sure. It didn't look like a sentient to me. Maybe it looked like a Warframe. And then what looked like maybe sentient corpses or something all over the ground. And what I got from that is maybe they're doing something else with the sentient. Maybe they're pushing the sentient story first. Now, again, no spoilers here. I don't know how the old war ends. I haven't played it. So this may tease more in the direction of continuing the story of the old war. I just wouldn't know. It just looks sentient based to me, right? That's one thing. But I did see in another video of some type of portal looking thing. Like maybe the sentients are traveling from Tau. It looks like a white hole, right? Like the opposite of a black hole is a white hole, like some type of portal in space. I saw that. So that to me, as someone who's not just embedded in the lore, within the last like 2 years, the last 2 years or so, I've missed all the lore. But to me, it looks like that's what they're teasing, right? Some type of inner space travel or some type of sentient showing up type of thing. Or some type of expanse on you fighting sentients or something, right? So that's what it looks like to me. As far as story stuff, I need to catch up. That's just the simple of it. But it looks cool to me. So I'm guessing maybe they're showing more of the story. And they're going to show what the cards mean and all of that stuff. The only thing left for me to talk about in this video is exactly what I would want from Tennocon. Now, I've done this, a lot of years in a row. So this isn't really speculation of what they're going to do. This is just what I think they should do. So this is kind of hard for me because I used to want certain things in Warframe, but a lot of them are there now. That's especially the reason I wanted to play a little bit more. Like I used to ask for a little bit more in game, a little bit more this, and a lot of that stuff is there. A whole lot of it is there. But I feel more like a new player now. So the thing that I want in Warframe, if I had to make a wish list, right, of what I wanted or what I wanted to see at Tenno Live, other than some type of story expansion, me personally, I would like to see more with maybe the way you fight enemies, right? So I've been playing a lot of games that they aren't really horde games. They're more like, you interact with an enemy more individually. I've played a little bit more of the Souls games. I've played a few action games. I've been trying to get back into Resident Evil. I played a little bit of Remnant, even though Remnant's probably closer to Warframe. It's not really like that. But a lot of the games that I've been playing, especially the single-player games, you engage with individual enemies a lot more. I don't think that's Warframe style, but if you're asking me, what I would want to see, I'd love to see enemies that kind of fight you and brawl with you more on a one-to-one basis. But I definitely get that Warframe's a horde shooter. My other wish list thing, I think, it's a little more obscure. I would like to see a more easing of people back into Warframe. And now that's completely self-interested. I'm gonna be honest with you, because man, I've been opening Warframe for the last 8 months, right? And I come and go and I come and go. I play 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And I will tell you, everyone who said that it's not as easy to get back into it, especially after long stretches, they're right. Like a lot of the new systems, they're just thrown at you all at once, right? Like you got these crystals over here that do this, or you have this extra mod slot. You can put skills from one Warframe onto another. Like there's a lot. So helping people get back up to speed, I think, it's completely self-interested, but that's something I'd like to see. Maybe something that just goes down the line. And it's like, here's a bunch of stuff you can do in Warframe because you haven't been here in 2 years. Here's the list, and just throw in your lap, like a grocery order. Here's the things you can go do, returning player. Now, I don't think they're going to actually do that now, but that's just complete self-interest. That's, I'd like to see something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I mean, maybe I'll make a video after they reveal what they're going to reveal. And I'm hoping to play more of the game because the previews look interesting. And, hopefully something will come out that grabs my interest and I'll be jumping right back in. I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think all this stuff means? What are they revealing? All right. Talk to you guys later.